Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, and behind me we have the TradingView platform. We're going to look at all the select stocks for which we had price targets, where they are and how they are doing. Our last prediction came true about the bearish divergence, but things are changing very quickly. They are looking much better right now. Let me talk about that. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. What we have here is the TradingView platform with NASDAQ futures, and the chart is all a 1 hour candle chart. So each of these candles is a 1 hour candle. Last time we spoke, I had mentioned that we have a bearish divergence. Since then, there has been corrections that have been happening. So it is changing the dynamic. So in the very near future, in the next 2 or 3 days, we have to observe this closely to confirm that the bearish divergence is broken and the price as well as the RSI and the MACD all are aligned in the same direction. And if that happens, everything is going to be hunky-dory. And if we are lucky, we might even get a bullish divergence, and that will be always welcome. So that said, I think NASDAQ is looking strong today. NASDAQ future is looking strong with 0.93% gain so far, and it's looking encouraging. Next, let us go on to have a look at the indicators and look at QQQ, which is the proxy that we use. Again, we have seen that there has been a drop in the price, and that is creating a new point out here. So I would like to observe this for a few days. But right now, my feeling is that we are past that bearish divergence. The effect has already taken place with the drop that happened yesterday. I personally still feel that we could have a 5 to 10% correction, but this may not be the time. So I bought back into FNGU. That's my disclosure. I bought 40 FNGUs today, and I'll tell you the price at which I bought them when we go to FNGU stock. And I've sold the FNGD at a profit this morning. That said, let's go and look at the AI section. And first, let us see Tesla. Tesla has done a smart recovery, and as I mentioned in my previous video, Tesla has a hard stop at 89.41, which is a resistance on the RSI. It went right up to that resistance and then got pushed back down again. And it's now again attempting to go upwards. Now you see the histogram out here, the green histograms. Instead of going bigger and bigger, they are becoming smaller. So basically it means that even though the MACD is moving towards the signal line, the way I understand this is that the pace at which it is moving to the signal line is so slowing down, and that could also indicate a reversal. So let us see what happens. And we have our earnings for Tesla coming out on the 23rd of July. Not much time left. So hopefully there are some catalysts out there like Optimus Prime or FSD or whatever. I'll take anything to regain the losses that I have. The share has rebounded spectacularly. Some profit taking was but expected. Let's go on to FNGU. FNGU has sharply corrected, and I think that it's on the mend. Again, if you look at the histogram out here, it's becoming smaller and smaller as it moves closer towards the signal line, and there is going to be a trend reversal out here as well. And when that happens, we'll have a different line out here, and the bearish divergence will go away and will be realigned. That's the hope. And when it is realigned, it will go in a consistent direction. Now let us look at Microsoft. Microsoft has also lost a lot of value in the last 3 days. And if I was to try to put a line out here, it goes, so the bearish divergence, in other words, is gone. So I'm going to remove this bearish divergence lines from here, and then we'll just watch how this channel goes. This could become a bullish pennant, and then Microsoft can come back up again. Now let's look at Palantir. In case of Palantir, it has broken through this resistance, which was at 27.44. It's still going very strong, and it will continue to have this resistance line above it. I'm just going to draw it further. And when we look at the MACD and the price line, though there was a bearish divergence, I think it's on the mend right now. And we can see that the MACD is moving towards the signal line in a bearish manner. So there is an attempt for the price line to become more aligned with what we see on the RSI. So I'll wait for that to happen. We'll observe it for the next 2 or 3 days. I don't have a definitive answer on where it's going, but right now it seems bullish. Amazon is back up again at 0.06%, and it still has got to break this line of resistance, which is at 200.53. And all these price drops that have happened in the last 2 days, the significant ones, are attempting to realign the price line with the RSI so that the bearish divergence is taken care of. We'll have to wait and see how it evolves. Meta is also saying the same story with subsequent days of drops. So it's also trying to realign the bearish divergence. So I'm going to leave it here right now. We'll watch it for the next 2 or 3 days and see what happens. Apple is also trying to resolve its bearish divergence, but it has picked up a lot today. So we'll have to see how Apple proceeds, because it's not shown as much movement to correct like FNGU had done. So probably Apple might continue to go up. If you look at the MACD, it's moving towards the signal line to crossover, but I think its movement is slowing down and there's a turn in the momentum upwards. So Apple is strong today. Google is also trying to correct the bearish divergence. The next few days will tell us whether it is successful or not. And in order to correct it, it has got to drop over the next few days so that we can form a new line where the MACD as well as the RSI as well as the price line will be aligned. Next, I'm going to look at ARM, where we had a bearish divergence that is still on. It's attempting to correct, but not much of material change has happened out here. I can see that the MACD is going towards the signal line. It's almost ready to cross over. Maybe some correction may be in store out there. So that's what I have there. And that kind of brings us to an end of all the shares in AI for which we had some targets or the other. So overall, I think the market is looking positive, and this is a place where I'm trying to use my experience and knowledge to read through, because the bearish divergence is still looking very clear in terms of those lines on those charts. But in case of many of those stocks, the price has dropped and we have not been able to draw a new line to realign the RSI with the new price line, because very few days of evidence is available with us. The price could again turn around and go up. That's a very strong possibility, especially because our inflation numbers have come out benign, and the Fed could make statements that would indicate rate cut, and the market's expectation of a rate cut in September is getting further strengthened, and that will reflect itself in the yields. And as a result, there will be a natural bullishness in the market. And AI demand is still at the early stages. If you recollect, I had made a video for you earlier in which I had spoken about the various stages through which AI demand will go. The first stage is going to be the hardware and infrastructure, and the second stage might be creating applications around it, and the third stage might be penetration into various industries, robotics and all that. So there is a whole lot of growth still ahead for AI, and therefore positive rate environment is going to give a real good boost to AI, and the MAG5 can again break through and go ahead. So today what I did was I bought FNGU. I bought back 40 FNGU at 507.1345, and I sold the FNGD that I had, and I made a profit of around 0.5% or something, which was 3 digits, $100 or something like that. But I thought it was dangerous to stay in FNGD because I'm personally thinking that it's the trend is upwards. So I bought back, and I'm hoping to capitalize on this going forward. So right now, even though the bearish divergence has not been fully resolved, I'm thinking that this is all the resolution that we are going to get, and we'll have successive peaks in both the price as well as on the RSI, which will get the new lines to align much closer, because the economic situation so far, based on the data from economic calendar, has indicated the possibility that the economy is softening, and that could allow the Fed to reduce the rates, and that can reduce the housing inflation situation, and that can also help the regional banks to do much better. So I'm inclined to think that market is going to go up rather than down. And yesterday I had mentioned to you that correction could be somewhere around 5 to 10%. I also have that thought in my mind. I'm going to reassess it on a daily basis. And friends, this is the difficulty with the market, because there is no sure thing. And right now I'm conflicted between the economic data and how it is pushing us forward. The fact that we bounce back up today makes me feel that this is not a buy the rumor and sell the news rally. And I think the sell the news has already happened and we are on a new rally. That's my feeling. I would like you guys to tell me what you think about it. I'm really glad that I made money in the previous round. My interpretation was right, but I'm not that confident about what I'm saying today. So I need a few more days of data to firm up my opinion. Any inputs from you will be most welcome. So put your thoughts in the comment section and I'll catch up with you again in the next video.